Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title of the Heavyweight Podcast is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation. What's good? This is episode 114 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly, back again with these three guys. Go ahead and state your name for the beautiful people out here.
He needs some milk, Ellis.
He needs some milk.
Every time I hear that, I don't think about that little Ricky Smiley, little Daryl shit. It's your boy Molito. He needs some milk.
And they call me Hunter.
Every week.
This week, it's good. It's long, real long.
She said.
Pause. But I needed to get back to work. I had a few days off, so, you know. Gotta make some money. I'll be tired for that, but it's all good. And, yeah, Texas was Texas. It's good to see my uncle, but ain't much
Was it
in
hot?
that part of Texas. Not hot. I mean, hotter than this, but not what it could be. You know what I'm saying? You know how it could be. But not a lot in that town. A Walmart.
A Whataburger?
I know. I know, sir. I know.
Yeah, but I'm not a Whataburger guy, but I'm also not a big In-N-Out guy either, but
I will say this. The Whataburger off the 10 in El Paso is the best burger there is. Right off the 10. Right when you get in El Paso.
is that a good thing? Like this,
It's the best one. It's the best. I've been to like 4 or 5 Whataburgers, and that is the best one.
Take your word. How was your...
I too, my week was long. You know, it's cool because this week coming up is short. I'm going to see my family. So I will be driving through Texas. So I will be stopping at Whataburger in El Paso. I might stop at Waffle House in Phoenix, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to get shot yet. So, my week was, it was just grind. Back to the grind, man. I'm in recoup mode. That's it. Nothing spectacular.
My week was pretty good. My son was in town. I got to spend some days with him.
Nigga, I thought you was finna cry.
Damn.
What? Anyways, my son was in town and I got to spend some days with him. I'm on vacation, so now I've just been chilling out past the house the past couple of days.
McFly, you thought he was about to cry too, didn't you?
I wasn't even looking in his direction. I just kept thinking, fuck that place.
The way to make his voice correct is like...
No.
Like, are we going to Oprah that quick? Hell yeah.
Nah, I don't,
No, that's a hell of a week. That's a hell of a
I
week.
thought he was about to reminisce about the good times he had with his son, and I said, damn, this must have been a really good time. He about to cry.
No. It was nice seeing my son. I don't get to see him as much as I would like to. So, but at least I got to spend some nice time with him this time.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's what's up. McFly, your week?
Fuck that place.
That's energy.
It's hard to go back after some time.
Nigga, I know.
Turned 38.
Yay?
And
You turn what?
38.
Damn.
Stop doing that.
Stop, man. That's not all right. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I turned 38, and I've been dodging and dipping because everyone getting sick in the damn house.
Oh, damn.
Ava always seems to be the outbreak monkey, and she ends up getting everybody.
Don't call her a monkey. Don't call her a monkey.
Nah,
Oh my even.
I'm the last one left. And
That's how it always works.
It's like The Walking Dead out this motherfucker. Like, you be thinking everything's fine, and then you turn around and you hear that sniffle. You're like, this. Damn it. So, yeah. Fuck that place.
What about Alari got sick too?
Yeah.
Man, you the last Mohican.
You the last one left?
Yeah.
You
I hope
see,
I hope to get sick and cough on everybody in that fucking office. Fuck that place. Fuck. What's up, Nick?
Hey, you forget how when you get away, you forget how nice it is when you get away.
man, I'm telling you, it was just nice not to have to set an alarm. Just get up when you want to.
I had an alarm every morning. I was still going to the gym every morning. I just
You better than me. I would have went to the gym when I got up.
it gets too crowded in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I like having less traffic as possible.
I feel like people be at work.
Nah, not
You think? No.
Man, hey, Kevin, there's a lot of in California. I think a lot of people. I'm not going to say they don't work because they do, but people be out at all times of the day, bro.
They either abuse the system or there's a lot of fucking stay-at-homes.
A lot of stay at homes, a lot of second and third shift motherfuckers that be in there early because
And then there's people that go in between their on their lunches and breaks and shit. You like
then they get their truck stolen.
You're wilding, yeah.
Was that
you sweaty?
was that
We'll just say he
Was
was
that-
parked somewhere he shouldn't have been and got towed.
Oh,
is it who I think it is?
Yes, sir.
that's
Yes,
crazy.
he got his job back though.
Oh, he lost his job.
He lost a whole truck. What the fuck? You mean? With a trailer? What do you mean? Did he lose his job?
You know they're gonna just fire you out of just off whatever.
Did he
Yo,
gain a little bit of weight?
And then it took him time to get the truck back because they couldn't get the paperwork to prove it was our vehicle, even though all the shit said
UPS on it? Yeah.
Oh, the more I hear that story, the more I laugh. I said, damn. Hey, imagine walking out the gym and all your shit. What the fuck?
I'm still saying they were watching him.
It don't matter. Like the whole truck's gone now.
They were watching him. You know,
I don't know how you lose a whole truck.
well, because it got towed.
Still, at some point, you should. There should be some warning signs of something going on.
The three of us have been told before. We know how long that is not a quick process.
It's not.
Especially when you have a trailer attached. That is not a quick process at all.
Yeah.
And our lunches are only 30 minutes, maybe an hour.
That was a workout. They was working out. That's a hell of a workout then.
And I'm the type, I get paranoid and I start looking outside to make sure I see where I'm parked to. Even when I'm, no matter where I'm at, if I'm taking a break, I'll look outside to see, like, is that shit still there? So yeah, that's why.
I try to eat at places where I can sit and still see it.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, you ain't finna get me, bro.
Are you gonna fight? I feel like I'm gonna just let him have it.
I'm gonna let him have it, but I'm gonna ask for my stuff first.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like, no, you can have it. Like,
oh yeah, you're like, oh no, you can have it. Just let me grab my backpack.
Yeah,
it's all yours, bro.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna die for it. They got money.
I will fight for my backpack before I fight for the truck.
Exactly. You can have all this.
I'm telling on you, dog. Like I'm at work.
Does he still have the same muscle definition, or did he lose some since he's stressed out? Because I wouldn't done that shit again.
He seemed like he's fine.
I'm not going to another gym.
He seemed like he's been fine.
I'm gonna just do power walks around the tractor.
From what I've noticed, I've pretty much kept to myself, but he don't move the same.
Yeah. Oh, you never move the same after you've been fired. It takes a little bit to come back from that. No. So
let's get into it.
The shenanigans. First topic. What are the stresses that come along with success?
Oh, problems.
So many problems.
The more you find, the more problems it is.
You got money, you got family life, social life, everything.
Now, you might not have money problems unless you fucking up.
Well, it depends on. I mean, I guess you can take money out of the equation, but you still going. Success can be in so many different ways, like you said. You know, especially your family and home life.
I think, to me, this may sound petty. I think my biggest issue with success is the expectation of me to be more helpful to people who ain't trying to help themselves. It's like, oh, you got it. No, I don't. I got you.
Yeah.
I got it for me, for this household. Like, I think people, like, especially now that, it's been famously advertised, what they think we make. The whole, oh, you got it. Are you making money? Like, bro, you don't know what my expenses are. You don't know how I'm living over here. Like, you don't know what I got going over here. Like, you don't see my paychecks, but you just assume because of what you heard that, oh, everything is peachy clean over here. Like, you don't know. Like, we got a. It's like the more you make, the more shit costs. Because the more you try to put yourself in a better position, you realize the more shit costs. And I mean, people should realize nowadays, shit, just with the price of food, shit, everybody should be struggling. This shit ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you true right on that.
I'm about to start selling crack.
Why would you openly say that though?
I mean,
You just gotta make the move.
Nobody.
Like, you can't say.
Hold on.
I'm selling crack too.
Why are you selling?
In the future?
I thought you was trying to replace crack with food.
No. I mean, I would lose some weight quicker, but
That's not the weight you want to lose. that's not the diet you want to be on.
But I mean, it's just like, I think the biggest problem with success is you work hard to maintain it, and then the expectations of others around you is what
diet you on? Keto? No, baby, crack cocaine.
Hey, the crack diet better than the meth diet. So, but I mean, there's a lot of problems with success.
I like that one you said with the maintaining it and like that expectation or of yourself too, of like, do I want more? Like, is there more than this? Like, do I sit here, or is this good? You know what I'm saying? Like,
because I think subconsciously it's like the more successful you are, the more untrusting you have to be. Because people see your success and people will try to use you. So you gotta vet people even harder. Like, so it's like a no day off type thing. Like, you really have to surround yourself with a small circle of people that you can trust. Or people are only, like, when they say get on my level, like, that's what they mean. Like, only associate with people on your level. That way you can have some level of peace of mind, knowing that, hey, this person just ain't out to get me. Like, because they got their own thing going on. I'm not here just as because I'm the paycheck or the bread. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Right. A lot of successful people hang around with other successful people, so they can, like, they know for a fact that your success isn't like
right
trying to get to my success. Like,
There's like what you was talking about earlier, and is like I was thinking about that with the like that's part of it too. Is you start to see things for yourself in a way where you're like, I don't want to do what somebody else's shit is. Like, you almost can see it where you're like, it's doable for me to get something like this. Well, start something. You know what I'm saying?
like I told Maurice, I have way too many talents just to to not have something, like not have a hustle going. Because like when you look at it, like even with us three working for a company, shit, it can even apply to you, Kevin. Like, you're essentially in a job where the people at the top are making millions, and they're complaining about what they have to pay you. You know, like, and you're like that. Like someone said in a comment, like they're not even working 8 hours a day, and they're grossing ridiculous amounts of money, and
they get the right things off on the company. Like,
that's like the social media influencer, bro. Like, these motherfuckers is making bank. Like,
that's why,
like, people are going live making thousands of dollars for a couple hours. Like, yo, I work.
I'm very adamant. There's a hustle out there that we can all partake in. That can.
Do you think you would have seen that without like your success now? You know what I'm saying?
I think you can see it because it depends on the circumstance. I think if a motherfucker's hungry enough and they're like, God damn it, I'm tired of living like this, and they look around there and they go, damn, like, these motherfuckers is making this, then I'm sure that'll spark ignite some flame in you too, is just to be like, fuck, I'm tired of being broke. Like,
and
I think it's from the circumstance.
At the end of the day, you're gonna have to work just as hard in the side hustle as you do at your normal job.
Yeah,
you have to understand that it's gonna be some years of sleepless nights maybe 3-4 hour just to get it off the grind. But if you push hard enough, but once you get there, it's worth it. I mean, because I think well, besides Hunter, I think all of us was like, I would love to not have to report to nobody and just wake up and do what the fuck I want to do that day, or do what I have to do, and that's it.
I was listening to a J. Cole song the other day. I don't know what verse it was. This motherfucker said he made some song while he slept, and I said, fuck. While you were sleeping, you was making money. That's a flex.
Yeah.
To get to that point, you wake up and say, oh, that's another $1 million in the bank. Like, that would be nice. Like,
I don't even know if I'm at the where I'm like, I don't even know if I would need like the millions.
no, I'm not saying need. I'm just saying it's just a nice, because if you just got 1,000 randomly just to happen to just drop in your bank from whatever hustle you had, you'd be like, damn, $1,000 just for not doing like shit. Okay.
If I had a hustle that could generate 200-300 a day.
Yeah. I mean, you just like it's just something that's constantly coming in because of something you like. Yeah, that works.
Yeah. But I think with that comes the stress of trying to make sure it don't fade out.
Go away. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. That's why
Damn, that's what I was thinking when I was coming up with that. Was like, I probably was driving or something, and I was like, damn, I don't want to lose this shit. Like that's like a stress. Like,
when I think about like, especially my early years, fresh out of high school, the moving every 2-3 years, struggling to stay somewhere, even with both of us working, and it's like finally to get someplace where we have like security, like we've been locked in and at one spot, and we have are better off than we've ever been. It's like I constantly think about, man, I got to maintain this. How do I maintain this? Like I got to do what I got to do, because I don't want to go back. I don't want to regress. Like I don't want to put us in a situation to where the struggle meal is the only option. Like I don't want to do that. So I think the more you obtain, the more you think about that. It's the preservation of it. I think that's just natural.
You guys ever watch the movie Some Kind of Hero?
No.
I don't know.
Richard Pryor from the 80s. I was watching it the other night.
I've probably seen clips of it, but don't know what movie it's from.
My dad used to tell me all the time I should watch it, and he used to say it was his favorite movie. And it was on Hulu the other night, and I was like, let me check this out. And I watched that shit, and I said, I get why he wants. Like, it was like one of them movie scenes where you just realize like it was your dad speaking to you through an old conversation. Like, because I was like, I get why you wanted me to see this, because it was like he was a prisoner of war. He was in the army. He was a prisoner of war. He went through like a traumatic experience where he ended up making sure his friend got saved because they were keeping him isolated. He eventually gets out of the military. They consider him a war hero, and then when he gets back home, the military screws him over on money. He gets no money, but they want him to be in the press to be the deeming him this big hero, but he has no money to pay his for his mom, who had a stroke and is in a home. He can't pay to help her out. His wife then fucking had an affair and wants to leave him. Like, so he's dealing with all this shit at the same time, man. He just literally got back as being a prisoner of war. And he tries to get a loan. They won't give him a loan. And then eventually he just decides he wants to rob a bank, but he ain't got the balls to rob the bank. He ends up seeing some guys at the bank that were like on some cricket shit that were depositing or taking money from the bank to take to their company. He ends up following them, takes the money, the bonds or whatever they had, moves that with the mob, and ends up like I don't want to ruin the movie. Anyone wants to watch it, but like it's a trip, and it's very believable. And I get why my dad wanted me to watch it, because he literally had to do some shit to eventually come up, because he said I'm gonna make my own luck. I'm tired of you motherfuckers like fucking me over. I'm gonna make my own luck. Like, well,
yeah. To be fair though, I don't think you could spoil a movie from the 80s.
I mean, not one of you said you watched it. Not one of you said you watched it. And it was a good movie. So
I feel like it's our fault at that point.
But there was a trust. I get why my dad wanted me to watch this, because it was like very believable. Because my dad was in the Navy, and so for him it was relatable. So it was like he came back thinking, oh yeah, they promised me this money, you know, I'm gonna get this, and then they're like, yeah, the money ain't coming in, and then they kept running them through the, you know, the BS, and and then what was cold is he tries to rob before he robs a bank, he saw another dude rob the bank, then that dude stops him and asks him what platoon he was part of, and then so he realizes that he's also a former veteran that decided that shit, I ain't had shit else, so I had to rob a bank. So like, it's interesting. Like,
gotta do what I gotta do.
And he says, "Oh, good luck, brother. Good luck." Like, it's like, man, okay, that's a trip, but it was a good movie. So, some kind of hero. Yeah. So moving on. Have you ever noticed that your healing helps someone else heal?
Yeah, I feel like that happens within my relationships at time to time, or not at time to time.
Your relationships or ship?
Well, I'm saying, well, I guess say with my marriage, like we had like things where I was going through stuff, you know what I'm saying, and I don't know, I'm not good at like expressing myself to others and stuff, but like being open with her and like going through whatever I had to get to a good place and like being like the way I was. That seems like she took on whatever energy I had and did what she had to do on her end for her own personal like shit she had going on. Like I don't want to, you know, put too much out there, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's
no, I get it. I think one of the things I learned recently, Kevin, is that I got to a place where I could actually be vulnerable with my wife because I found it finally clicked to me like, oh, this motherfucker really ain't against me. Like, so I can really tell her things that are like really bothering me and open up and express to her like how
long did that take?
Took a while, man. That shit took.
You guys have been together how long?
We've been 21 years, sir.
Shit, and it's
21 years, and it's probably in her defense, it probably was always like that. It's just the men mentality of don't be vulnerable. Like I'm not gonna expose myself out here to be used against me, you know. But once I realized, I was like, oh no, this like she really here for me. So like, it helped. Like so I can open up and deal with stuff and take her counsel on things and get a different perspective. Because sometimes, you know, what she be saying, I'd be like, damn, it makes sense. Like, why, you know, but then I also understand, like, when I get, like, especially when I get upset, bro, I have no clarity at all. I'm focused on the anger. I'm not focused on what's going on. I'm focused on how can I get rid of this anger? Who can I take this out on? But
that's true. I've seen that. I've seen you get pissed off and be like, oh shit, like I'll talk to this nigga later because he's like you get real like short and like snip. You like, ooh shit, I ain't trying to catch you up.
Even when I try, like I mean, I know like I know I'm mad. Like, for instance, I know I'm mad, and it got nothing to do with any of you. So I'm gonna answer, but it's gonna be quick because I know, like, but don't keep pestering me because it's like I do get to the point where it's like, nigga, I got these rounds, and if you keep pushing, they'll go any direction.
I've seen a lot of niggas get caught in that crossfire.
But that's something I learned. Excuse me. That's something I learned recently. So, I mean, I guess in a way, it has made my relationship, my marriage better, Kevin. So I can't agree with that. Like we've been more open with each other about certain things and how, and I mean, it's brought us closer. It really has. So, and it's helped me deal with some shit because you know my solution is just punching niggas, you know, which I can't keep my job. I keep.
Hey, you gotta catch a charge. Someone's gonna press charges.
Yeah, right. So, but I mean, yeah, I mean. That so I guess in a way I guess I can agree with you that my healing has helped others, and also like sometimes when you're retrospective and you think and you can sit down and analyze things and you discuss those with those around you, sometimes you drop little tidbits here and there that maybe they can relate to and use for themselves. So I think it's possible. It's definitely possible.
I noticed when I would I don't know, just sharing my life and trying to be transparent, even on social media. When you get like the random comment or message where someone will tell you that something you went through, or something you talked about at some point, or the way you move has inspired them to keep going. Like, you realize that like you're trying to get through something, and somebody else might be watching you dealing with the same shit. Like, and you don't even realize it until they tell you. But when you do realize that that's what's happening, I can definitely say that in certain times, me trying to heal, or me trying to figure something out, or me trying to be fully honest about what I'm dealing with, has helped somebody else be like, well, shit, since he can share that, maybe I can too. Like,
What's a cool thing to that too is like when you share something and then somebody's been through something similar, and like you guys end up like having a dialogue with that, and it's, you can almost see that they found a way through it, and like they're almost happy to be like, here, this is something that helped for me. So it's like it's almost like a whole little cocoon of just, hey, let's heal together. Like, I like that shit.
It's kind of like when you post that post or that room, or then you get the text message, "Hey man, I feel you." Right? Yeah. I mean, I've had that happen on occasion, but
because I like a certain instance was like, I posted, I don't know if you guys saw, about like I never cared for high school, and it's like there was a bunch of people that chimed in like, yeah, me either. I'm not going to the high school reunion either. And you're like, shit. So all these people had similar experience to me in high school, and then like the person that was throwing the high school reunion was like, I had no idea you guys had this kind of experience in high school. And it was like, there's a lot of us that never cared for how people were in high school, how the energy was in high school. So why would we want to go back to relive it? And you start sharing, and I guess technically trauma bonding over the things that you guys went through in high school. As the majority of that responded were dealing with bullies, or the fact that people were treating them like shit there, and then they had to deal with shit at home, and like and it all come piling on top of each other. Like, it's interesting how things can bring people together. So yeah. All righty, I guess nothing, because Hunter's like zoned out.
I mean, I can't think of ever that happening. That's all it is.
It never happened.
My healing helped somebody else.
No.
Or did you like not notice?
The question is, have you healed?
I'm going to lean on the side. Maybe I didn't notice, but no, as far as I know, no.
Have you healed?
Healed from what?
Your past.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I feel kind of good.
I feel like he's doing a lot of healing right now, to be honest. This fool,
he's doing better.
The week, just smiling and stuff.
He's doing better. Yeah. He's definitely doing better, Kevin. But
So I don't. That's why I didn't say anything. Right. Like I said, that's why you're talking about is healing help somebody else. I can't think of anything. I've helped other people heal, but I've never personally done anything.
We ain't talking about bullet wounds.
Do tell how you help people heal.
Well, because I've been a vessel to a lot of people that can come into what they need to get off their chest and feel better about what they need to do. You know.
So you've been a sounding board.
Yeah, I can probably say that more than anything, but I don't ever remember.
It's like a sponge. You taking it off of them. Yeah, taking it off of them. Oh, this nigga.
He's from.
See what happened? See, you asked him a question and then it froze.
It's cool though.
So it is what it is at this point in life.
Heal your internet, nigga.
Don't do nothing yet. Just wait. Just wait.
He don't miss. Kevin don't miss.
Oh man.
Oh Lord.
Alrighty, so since I posted this the other day, and Maurice was like, "Oh, now you potting," so I figured I would just restate the question.
I said that nigga potting now.
It's crazy how a man got to be financially stable to date a broke woman. Your thoughts, man? Because there's a lot of people that chimed in on that shit. Like a lot of women.
You want to know my truth? My actual truth?
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for.
See, I think when it comes to broke between men and women, it's different because I feel like most women, they want financial security. So yeah, as a man, you have to have some level of success. As a woman, I don't. Well, for me in particular, I don't need my woman to be on my level. I just need her to have something going. Like I don't want to be in a situation to where I am your success. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily think that when it comes to broke, when I associate broke to women, it's more about personality and character than actual financial things. Because a woman with the right personality and character can help you get more money in your life.
Yeah,
that's true.
I feel like broke is financially.
Nah,
I'm gonna say it like this: women think the pussy is value.
it's not.
It's not.
It's character, personality.
Yeah, that's just you bad person.
But I mean, that's the truth, though. We've all seen it. Like, you don't bring nothing to the table except for your genitals, and then somebody.
Proven that good pussy ain't gonna get you no money.
But when it's just if I'm trying to date you, nah, we ain't doing that.
And we rephrase something.
What?
No.
Rephrase what?
I mean, if you sell it, yeah. But I'm saying it's long term. Long term. Long term. We're talking long term.
Like, you have to rephrase that because I mean,
you don't know what the price
there's a market.
That might have been a long term.
I thought the price not $40 no more. They went up.
Shit, well, you talking about? Never mind.
I don't think I'd take anything that was $40. Nah.
That's the never mind. Stop talking.
I don't know. That $40 might have experience though.
Here you go. Here's
other things too.
It was all fun and games until tell you this nigga had. But like, that's just what I think. Like I don't feel like if a man makes X amount of money, she has to make the same. I just feel like if she came in and if she has something where she can at least sustain herself, without me being around, and then together we can make something else, something magic happen. I think that's where it is. But I also think like the right woman will put a man in a headspace to where he would want to take care of you.
Sorry.
Because I felt like
what's facts. There's a flame emoji. Do we have a flame emoji?
But what I said?
Yeah.
I said the right woman will put a man in the headspace where he want to take care.
I don't know. I couldn't find a flame emoji, but I agree.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily all about what you make. It's about what you bring to me. I think a lot of times the conversation of what you bring to the table as women, as a man, I'm not looking for my woman to bring money to the table. Like my wife, even though she's capable of bringing money to the table and she has in the past, what she brings to me is the comfort and the security of knowing and the loyalty and the trust I have in her. And like those are things that you can't buy. So it makes her being around more impactful. So then like her being here motivates me to be the best me. So in turns, her presence makes me better. So I think that's why it's on a different scale. You can't. The fact of the matter is you can't judge both the same.
I understand that, but it felt like the question was financially, and I was always one of those like, you got to have some sort of job. Like I don't care what it is, but like.
I know, because when
I was making a whole bunch of money. I'm like, we both gonna be broke together, but like, I gotta know that you're willing to do something.
I know that was your stance, because that's why I texted. So Amanda staying home with your situation, because I knew what you was gonna say. And you was like, yeah, she gonna clock in around the car. But like I said, like financially, like I don't think like, because honestly, a woman could make $30,000 a year, and $30,000 a year in California, you're broke.
Yeah,
you're broke, but she has something, right?
But you're doing something.
She's doing something. But if she got 30 and I'm making my 100 or my 120 over here, like now we something like it's something, So I mean, that's why I'm like it's not the equal. It's not technically equal. That's how I personally feel.
But I get what you're saying when you're saying broke and you're adding the personality to it. Because if you ain't got no money and you just trash like as a human, Like you double broke. Like what you doing?
Because sometimes they can just be broke because of bad circumstance, and they on the rebound. You know, but if she got dry, bro, she ain't gonna be broke for long.
Well, like I said, there's different levels of broke. So when you say broke to me, I'm thinking, you don't have a job because you don't want a job. You know, if you want something, then yeah, I'm cool with that. If you
Like
have goals and aberrations, then we're good.
You got 7 kids on government assistance.
I feel like you got to have like a minimum line on both sides, but like I feel like a woman can't ask said man that he better have this, and this to the table, and then something that she can't even minimally bring to the table as well. Like if saying he has to have a $100,000 job and he better, drive this kind of car. It's like, to be realistic, you can't ask him to.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of
that, and you can't even bring something to the table. Like you got to at least bring something minimal to the table if you're demanding that.
I disagree with that, Stutter, because I feel like she can ask and expect anything, but if she's not up to that man's standard, she'll never get him.
I'm lost if you tell me I have to have this, and that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't agree with that, because if you're telling someone you better have this and you better have that, are you bringing this?
It's in her right to expect that, right? But it's also it's also in the right of the men that she expects to have that, to have expectations on her. So she can want that, but if she don't meet the standards of who she's trying to attain, she'll never get it. So what does it matter?
I would say realistically,
somebody's gonna be out there.
Really, I mean, it's also like one of the chicks that commented on that post. She said there's such thing as pretty privilege. Pretty privilege can get you away with a lot more than if you were a basic woman out here.
When you're young,
look at Zion. See, he the reason why all this is still cracking.
Because think about it, if you're a basic woman and you're not exactly the prettiest, I guarantee you're gonna get away with a lot less than a girl that someone thinks is very pretty and puts on a pedestal.
Yeah.
So it's one of them things where it's like, but to be realistic, I agree. The man has to have a standard to be able to say, I'm not taking that shit, regardless of how pretty you are.
You should not stick your penis in everything, because it don't deserve it.
Because I've heard that, I've heard women talking about to be in the what is it, like the trophy wife? They're like, you want all this? Well, this costs. This takes time, and I'm like,
I'm good.
Okay, and like that one made me. That was tough, because I'm like, that's fair. You're right. It does. She's telling you the truth. This booty ain't real. This ain't real. Like,
I mean, even if it is real, there's also the take time, because you see the woman that hit the gym consistently, and they're in that shit like.
And it's only for that.
It's a job.
For a job, it's for that.
Like it is their job. I got to maintain this. Like,
I mean, it is. I guess at that point, like, because there's dudes who are out there looking for that, where they're like, you maintain this, you get all you want, and that's crazy. But
well, that's what I was about to say. There's those guys out there who really only want that out of a wife. You know, that's what they want. They don't want, and they be broke.
I think it's crazy, because that'll happen in a lot of cases, and in a lot of situations, they'll say that's what they want until they get it, and they're like, "There's got to be more than this." And it's like, "Oh, so now you've got to this point. Now there has to be more than this." Like, because you realize this shit doesn't pay bills. Like this shit doesn't help you get to the next level. This shit's literally just something you could brag about, and that braggadocious shit goes out the window after reality sets in. Like, when you got to deal with her with a shitty attitude, and
she's your main and 3 nigga sides.
Yeah.
And then you also got to deal with the men out there who, I'm not going to say it quite right, who overemphasize the sex part. Like, if they're getting good sex, they'll let everything slide. You know? So
I mean, I can't really feel bad for him, because I almost bought a car last week.
I was gonna say, how good are we talking in sex? Like, because you almost lost me there too.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. How many guys have we ever known growing up, everything to this day, who move and do things just based off the sex they were getting from somebody?
Hey, my nigga, the right.
I don't know many.
I'm just saying it's out there.
I don't know many, but like I said, I almost bought a car last week.
Mm-hmm. So they're out there. You ain't gonna emphasize on that a little more?
What?
No, leave that there. Leave that there.
What? All right, what kind of car?
What kind of car?
Just
Ford Escort?
the level.
Ford Escort?
No, it was the Grand Highlander, whatever, platinum trim.
Damn.
I almost went and got it, nigga. She put it on me.
Damn. Well, you asked,
good.
man.
She made her toes curls and her eyes roll.
I slept good that night.
So
I don't know what to say. Well, that ended kind of weird.
yeah, it did. It was kind of.
I mean, full transparency, right? Yeah, I answered.
Was it for your wife?
Oh my Lord.
Who else would it be?
Wow.
Who else would it be?
Yeah.
And that's like you like one of them snitching ass.
He just to start shit.
Next topic is have you ever convinced somebody that they shouldn't have done something, but they really should have?
Yes.
I thought about
giving
this.
them bad advice.
I thought about this, and I was like, I don't know about this. What was that?
It's Bitcoin. I feel so bad.
You telling about the bike?
Not to do.
It was like fucking years ago. We should get in this Bitcoin, dog. Like, I don't know what I think it's gonna blow up. And I was like, that shit sounds dumb as fuck, man. Like,
I will be mad at you. I will be mad at you.
Have you seen that person since?
I have. We don't speak on that.
Yeah, I would have thought you just wouldn't speak. Period. Like he was on beef. Like
I could be a goddamn millionaire right now.
I feel like I haven't seen him since that the Bitcoin has exploded to what it was. So
yeah.
It might have been that where he saw that and went, "Fuck, Kevin."
See, I thought about that question, Kevin, but in my blackness always reminds me to say, "But you grown, you do what you want to do." After I give advice, so it relieves me of any bad advice.
It takes it off of you.
It takes it off of me because ultimately, I say, you a grown man, you can make your own decisions.
Oh, you didn't do that? Oh, wow, you crazy. Why didn't you do that?
So, I mean, I can't. It ain't my fault, bro.
Damn, so you got no accountability.
Nah. That I released myself with that last statement.
So what about when it comes to your kids?
I released myself.
Yeah. Hey, look, you grown.
You grown.
Hey.
You're getting older now. You know what decisions are. You know what consequences are.
I don't think that works on a 6-month-old.
You look at Lark in his face and say you are your own person. Now you chose to roll that way. That's why you fail. It ain't on me.
I don't think that's how that works. But I really don't think. I don't think the state of California. I don't think anyone's going to take that as a release of liability. Like, hey, I told him before. He knew the consequences. Like,
did that shit anyway.
You said okay. That's funny you said that because last night my daughter she was taking a bath, so she had to hang the shower up, but she can't reach it. So I go in the bathroom. She's calling for help. I go in the bathroom. She has one foot on the toilet, one foot on the shower, and she's reaching like this. And all I saw in my head was her falling back, hitting her head on the ground, granted down. And I said, "No." I said, "Get there, shit, hurry." So in that instance, I probably was capping. I would say, "Get your ass down." Get your ass down. But that's good advice, though.
I think I've had other ones where I've told some people to do comedy and then immediately regretted it. Oh shit! I shouldn't have encouraged you.
I can say for at least I'm 2 for 2 for that. I told 2 people to do comedy.
And did you go
funny?
They're both funny.
Oh, okay.
That's nice. That's good advice.
As long as it work out.
I'm 2 for 2 for that.
Oh, okay.
I just tell
people going up there like, oh.
Yeah, because I don't really tell people shit just so they need to hear. I'll be like, You know what I usually say? Or with rap is when people come with me and they swearing like somebody's dope or like they want me to like give them an opinion. I'll be like, there's an audience for everyone. That's
Yeah.
my.
Yeah, I know that one.
I hit
That's hard.
I hit him with the you got to follow your heart.
Oh shit.
Nah, I always be like, hey man, you just gotta write. You just gotta keep writing and figure like you'll find exactly where you're gonna be.
I always say there's an audience for everyone. That's my attitude.
Sometimes it's lying though.
Yeah, it is. It usually is. That's usually me.
Like,
it's not lying.
You're trash.
It's not.
It's just like saying you like it, I love it.
I say that all the time.
I like that.
That's not lying. McFly, you're not lying. You got to remember that Ice JJ Fish had 3 million followers.
Exactly. I'm not lying. I'm just
did shows.
Yes.
I'm just telling you this shit ain't for me. There's an audience for everyone. And
yeah, you're right. You're right. But
that's why that's exactly why I say Hunter.
Oh, I don't remember the little nigga's name, but it was not the business.
Oh, you mean Maurice?
Mo?
I didn't want to put his name out there.
That nigga was trash.
Mo number 2.
I said he's shitting on my name.
I was like, is he 9?
That's how I felt.
Nigga 9.
And that's why I say, "You like it, I love it," because he had 2 people who was rocking with him. I said, I don't really like this nigga. But I said this nigga's not gonna beat to his own song. I said, you wrote it, and you. What the fuck?
Didn't he have a song called Mo?
Yes. That's how bad it was. I didn't remember. I knew he was saying his name, and I was like, I can't remember his name.
I swear to God, if I could have rapped that night, I would have pushed the nigga off stage and started rapping. I
kind of felt like you had an obligation with the name, sharing that name to be able to come in and save the day.
It made me want to change my name. That's how bad that nigga was.
Damn, you didn't even want to keep it. You just
relinquished it. That nigga did disservice to all moles around the world.
Nah, I don't like that. They call Karens Kevins, so I'll let that happen.
Karens Kevin?
Karen Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh yeah, I get it. The male version. I got you.
Let it ride.
I thought that was Ken though.
Yeah, it's Ken. You right? Or Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Kevin now.
It's Kevin now.
Clark.
Put it to the wall.
Clark with a K, not a C.
My name's Clark with a K. Can I speak to your manager?
Yeah, I can't ever think of. I mean, we've all given advice and shit, and look back and it's all gone the wrong way. But I mean, you can only give advice on what you know at that current time. Either you didn't know.
And a lot of times, people don't give you the full detail.
That too.
You had a whole story.
Change your decision.
Yeah.
Still, I don't feel great about
maybe it's accountability for me, but I try not to give bad advice. If I don't know the situation, I just don't say shit. Like I don't know, so I'm just gonna.
It's an advice. I don't even. He just was convinced of how adamant I was to not want to do that stupid shit.
Because the Bitcoin thing, I don't know enough about Bitcoin to tell you anything, pimp.
Maybe I just went like that sounds dumb.
Shit, I was like, fuck. Bitcoin really took off. I fucked up. Fuck.
That's how I feel now. I'm like, I should have listened to him.
Yeah. A lot of people made off.
Yeah. I should have listened to him. That motherfucker was smart.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, this has been episode 114 of the Heavyweight Podcast. One more time, I am Stud McFly, back again with these 3 guys.
The milkman himself, Mr. Ellis.
Kevin. It's your boy Mo Lethal.
And they call me Hunter.
Click like and subscribe.
Subscribe, share, comment, etc.
Till next time.
I wasn't
y'all,
expecting
man.
to be so short.
So short? Whoa. We love y'all, man. We out.
Peace.
It's a wrap. That's all she wrote, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. You can check us out on all streaming platforms. Click like, subscribe, leave some comments. You know what I'm saying? Is it Monday yet? Hello. Every Monday you got new episodes, so tune in. Have a blessed one.